Okay, so we've all heard those stories, right? About medical mysteries, things even the best scientists can't crack.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, MYC proteins, they've been kind of like the top villain in a blockbuster movie. Nobody could figure out how to stop them, let alone target them for treatment.
And for good reason, they're implicated in over half of all cancers.
See, that's what makes this deep dive so interesting.
Yeah.
This company, MyCural Therapeutics, they're doing something pretty revolutionary. They're taking on MYC proteins head-on to develop new cancer therapies.
Yeah, it's a big deal because for a long time, they were considered undruggable.
Undruggable, what does that even mean?
So think of it like this. A typical cancer drug works by grabbing onto a protein and shutting it down, like a key fitting into a lock and jamming it. But MYC proteins, not so simple.
So it's like they don't have that same lock.
Right. Their shape, the way they operate in a cell, it made them almost impossible to target with traditional methods, like trying to nail jelly to a wall, But MyCural, they seem to have found a way, and it's fascinating stuff.
Okay, you've got to tell me more. What's their approach?
They're targeting the interaction between MYC and another protein called MX. Basically, if MYC is the villain that throws on the lights for cancer growth, MX is the light switch.
I like that analogy.
MyCural found a way to basically jam that switch, stopping MYC from doing its damage in the first place.
Wow. And this has actually shown promise.
That's the really exciting part. In preclinical studies, they've been able to target tumor cells while leaving healthy cells alone.
And that's huge, right? Because it means fewer side effects.
Exactly. It's about precision. Going after the bad guys without harming the innocent bystanders. That's always been the goal of cancer treatment, and it looks like MyCural might be on the right track.
It's like something out of a science fiction novel, right? They found a way to target something everyone thought was untouchable.
It's pretty remarkable, and they're not just keeping it under wraps in some secret lab. MyCural's been making waves.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, they were recently granted a U.S. patent for their MYC targeting technology.
Patents. Okay, I'll admit, not as exciting as, say, discovering a new dinosaur. But in the world of medicine, this has got to be a big deal, right?
You're right. It's not exactly finding a T-Rex skeleton, but in the pharmaceutical world. A U.S. patent, that's huge. It's like striking gold. It gives MyCural exclusive rights to their invention, and not just anywhere, but in one of the biggest markets out there.
So it's not just about protecting their idea. It's about opening doors. Investors, maybe even getting this treatment out there faster to people who need it.
Exactly. International expansion, a faster track to clinical trials. For anyone who's been touched by cancer, and let's face it, that's most of us in some way, this is the kind of news that gives you real hope.
Speaking of hope, did you hear about MyCural winning that Nordic Star Pitch competition?
Oh, yeah. That's incredible, especially considering how early they are in development.
Right. Even their CEO, Dr. Castell, she was surprised. She said something like they weren't even close to a finished product. But I guess their pitch really blew everyone away.
It just shows you it's not just about the science, it's about having a vision. And winning a competition like that. The prize money is great, don't get me wrong, especially for a startup.
Oh, for sure.
But it's more than that. It's the validation. Investors see you, the whole life sciences community, everyone's watching. And that can open so many doors, partnerships, funding opportunities. It's a game changer.
A U.S. patent, winning international awards, it's clear MyCural isn't slowing down.
Not even a little bit. They're actually part of this program, the UIC Accelerator in Uppsala.
UIC Accelerator. I'll be honest, I hadn't heard of it until researching this deep dive. What is it exactly?
It's like a boot camp for biotech startups. Helps them turn their research into, well, actual treatments people can use.
So they've got this amazing science, and now they're getting the business know-how to make it a reality.
Exactly. It's one thing to have a breakthrough in the lab, but navigating the world of regulations, clinical trials, manufacturing, that's a whole other challenge.
It makes you appreciate how much goes on behind the scenes before a new drug or therapy is available to patients.
Oh, absolutely. It's a long and complex process, and having the right support, especially for a young company like MyCural, can make all the difference.
Well, from everything we've learned today, they seem to be well on their way. They've got the science, the patents, the awards, and now the business backing. It really does feel like they're on the verge of something big, doesn't it?
It does. And for all of us who've been touched by cancer, whether personally or through loved ones, it's incredibly exciting to see this kind of progress being made. Targeting MYC proteins has been a goal for decades, and MyCural might just be the ones to finally crack the code.
It's a powerful reminder that even in the face of incredibly complex challenges, brilliant minds with the right support, can achieve amazing things.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, that's it for our deep dive into MyCural Therapeutics. We covered a lot of ground today, from the intricacies of MYC proteins to the groundbreaking work this company is doing. Until next time, keep asking questions, stay curious, and let's all keep cheering for those scientific breakthroughs that have the potential to change the world.